As Western media previously reported, Russian President Vladimir Putin demanded that the Ukrainian Armed Forces withdraw from Donbass in order to reach a peace agreement. Kiev disagrees. At the beginning of the week, it became known that the Russian army had made an almost record breakthrough, advancing 10 kilometers into the Donetsk region. The Ukrainian General Staff claims that the situation has been stabilized. Geography helps Kramatorsk and Slavyansk remain islands of civilization in the military. Half-destroyed Donbass, according to Current Time TV. It is noted that Kramatorsk and Slavyansk are called critically important for the Ukrainian line of defense. These cities are called the last line of the so-called belt of fortresses of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in Donbass. This is not only about the classic line with trenches or anti-tank ditches. These two cities are located near a ridge of heights, from where everything around is visible. In addition, there are many water barriers here, rivers, lakes, which hinder the assault and help the defense. What will happen next with these cities is literally up in the air. Local residents express different views on their political views, but it is difficult to find a person who does not follow the negotiations. Nothing. They won't come to an agreement. That Putin is a scumbag, a scumbag. How much does he need? Lord! He raises everything to the ground. For them, nothing is sacred. They are trying to persuade us that we should go somewhere or move. I think they will give us up. We are in a hopeless situation now. I will leave. I will leave in any case. But I don't want to live under the Russian flag. I know that there will be a desert here. This is complete insanity. It's the same as if I came to you. I liked your apartment, came out. That's right. This is idiocy in the 21st century. Now if they say, let's say, the war is ending, but Kramatorsk is Russian. There is peace here. But the Russian flag. I don't even know how to tell you, but I hope there is no war. The war is already here for everyone. I will stay in any case, whether it is Russia or Ukraine, because this is my city. I was born here. I studied here. Many are hoping that, what if, maybe, he will come to an agreement. Maybe he will bypass us. I think that the majority of the population, with all due respect to the situation, everyone just wants to stop it as it is. Just stop it.
For the first time in the history of world warfare, a Ukrainian sniper successfully shot 2 Russian soldiers from a distance of 4,000 meters with the help of artificial intelligence. This information was shared on Ukrainian Telegram channels. The record hit was made on August 14, 2025 with the help of artificial intelligence under the correction of the BPA complex from a 14.5mm alligator rifle. According to media, a video with fragments of preparation of record shots and their execution was published in social networks. Incredible marksmanship and renewal of the world record for the range. A Ukrainian sniper eliminated 2 Russian soldiers from a distance of 4,000 meters. The bullet went through the window behind which the occupants were to the left of the pipe. The shots are exclusive, the place, the direction of defense of the cities of Pokrovsk, Myrnograd in the area of responsibility of the OTG, Donetsk, where in particular performs special tasks combined unit of snipers, Ghost, in the number of 8 platoons of snipers in the units of the army, noted in the commentary to the video. Earlier, Ukrainian sniper Vyacheslav Kovalsky broke the world record by hitting the Russian invader at a distance of 3,800 meters. Vyacheslav Kovalsky, a 58-year-old former businessman and now a sniper with the counterintelligence unit of the Security Service of Ukraine, made his shot shortly before dawn on November 18 of last year. Together with his partner, who calculated the distance, wind speed, and other parameters, he set up a position on the opposite bank of the Dnipro River in the Kherson region from the Russian military. The 2 soldiers were watching groups of Russian soldiers cutting down the forest. They considered them insignificant targets to shoot at. However, later in the afternoon, a group of 5 soldiers arrived, and Kowalski noticed one of them instructing the others. It was an officer. After deciding to shoot, Vyacheslav's partner started measuring the distance to the soldiers. He calculated the parameters of the shot, air humidity and temperature, which affected the speed of the bullet. The bullet took about 9 seconds to reach its target at a distance of 3,800 meters. The shot broke the previous world record hit of 3,500 meters set in 2017 by a Canadian sniper from Joint Task Force 2, who hit a target at 3,540 meters with a .50 BMG Macmillan TAC-50 rifle. I think the Russians will now know what Ukrainians are capable of. Let them stay at home and be afraid, Kowalski said.
Russian infantry groups that had advances near Dobropilya are currently being detected and destroyed by the Ukrainian Defense Forces. Lieutenant Colonel Viktor Trehubov, spokesperson of the Operational Command Dnipro, stated this on Espresso TV. While the situation in the Pokrovsk sector and the Russian advance near Dobropilya should not be underestimated, it should not be exaggerated either. A small number of infantry groups penetrated past Ukrainian positions, then joined forces and moved further. This is a small force without heavy equipment. Moreover, this movement on the map reflects a route rather than territory controlled by the Russians. What we see on the map is not under Russian control, but indicates the direction of Russian movement. They are now stuck at the end of this route and are being destroyed there. That is the situation, Trehubov said. The lieutenant colonel explained that the main reason for the rapid Russian advance was a shortage of personnel in Ukrainian units. There are no tanks there. The Russians have only a few small infantry groups. Yes, they managed to slip past Ukrainian positions. This happened because there were not enough people. At the time of the Russian advance, we had an insufficient number of personnel to detect and destroy them, he added. Recall on August the 9th, Deep State reported that Russian forces are attacking Dobropilya with the 132nd Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade, made up mostly of residents from temporarily occupied parts of the Donetsk region and migrants from Central Asia. On August the 12th, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Oleksandr Syrsky, ordered additional troops and equipment to be sent to eliminate sabotage groups in the Pokrovsk direction. President Volodymyr Zelensky reported that military briefings on the frontline situation had been presented, including in the Dobropilya and Pokrovsk areas. Dobropilya lies 94 kilometers northwest of Russian-occupied Donetsk and about 22 kilometers north of the embattled town of Pokrovsk. According to the Ukrainian military's Strategic Communications Department, Russian forces are employing infiltration tactics by sending small groups of troops beyond the first line of defense, often incurring significant losses. Strategic Communications Department claimed that this approach, used near Dobropilya, did not result in any breakthrough. In one instance, a small Russian unit bypassed Ukrainian positions and attempted to conceal itself behind the front lines. Strategic Communications Department claimed Russia previously used such tactics near Pokrovsk last week and failed, according to the statement.